Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's it going today? We're gonna be reacting to Moist Critical's newer video, worst celebration ever. I don't know what he's talking about in this. I don't have the deets like I usually do, so we're going in blind. All right, let's go.
Around right now that has to be the worst celebration I have ever seen. Now, something I've said for a while that no one really thinks about is that celebrations can sometimes be dangerous. I remember there was a very famous case where a football player had scored, I think it was the game winning touchdown.
Like with pyrotechnics and shit, where they blow people up. Yeah, probably. You're true. True and real.
And his team and all of their hype and like excitement dogpiled him like it was a scene out of The Water Boy and ended up like breaking his pelvis. And I think that ended his career. But I also will never forget when I was a kid, I actually watched Bill Gramatica, who was the kicker for the Cardinals at the time, tear his ACL through a
I have no reference for this stuff because I don't watch sports.
very simple celebration after a first quarter field goal. So what happened with Bill Gramatica is he kicked this field goal. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then to celebrate, he did one of these. How wild would that have been if I blew out my ACL doing it? But he gave a little leap, pumped his fist, and upon landing, blew out his ACL, MCL, DVD, VHS, CBS, and BBL. Like, absolutely annihilated his knee, and his career was never quite
Dude, that sucks dicks.
the same. But even with these historic celebration blunders,
I hate when like a minor, like you do like a minor movement and your body just permanently injures itself.
the one I'm about to show you today, I still feel is worse.
Points go to Shane Byrne, 20 to Alex Lowe's, Josh Brooks on 16, Kirkham 13, Bridewell 11, Keith Farmer on 10, and the rest down to 10th place Josh Waters. Shaky Byrne then the 42nd race win of his British Superbike career, the perfect start as Josh Brooks there giving very unkindly dousing the MCE insurance girls who've sensibly got their crash helmets. Oh dear me, they haven't got that crash helmet under there.
Dude, what the fuck? He went like right up her skirt. That's fucked up. You. I'm just saying you wouldn't get away with that in America right now. That's all I'm gonna say. They wouldn't stand for it. This guy would never have a job again.
Shaky, thank you very much. Alex Lowe's in second place there. Samsung Honda very, very sensibly realising with about 4 laps to go that Shaky had the legs on him and he would just...
You ever get so excited you just sexually assault someone? Like, I'm pretty sure that would be classified as sexual assault, right?
That's what I just said, dude.
Like, you can't just start putting things up people's orifices without their consent, no matter what the context is. Like, this is clearly not in the script. He, like, goes under her skirt and then blasts the champagne shower there like some kind of geyser, like a volcanic eruption. That's just downright diabolical, and I know it was probably painful, too. Now, I've never butt chugged, but I have to imagine getting alcohol forcibly shot up your asshole is going to hurt. And contrary to popular belief, I don't have a vagina, but if I did, I would imagine that would be equally as painful having all of that shot there too. It would sting and burn. Like, if I was getting alcohol being blasted up my bussy, I'm screaming. Like, let's say Moist Esports wins the Apex World Championship this year, and Matt decides to celebrate by hitting me with, like, the 1,000 years of pain. I'm pressing charges. Now, real quick, I want to jump in here and give all of you watching something to celebrate.
Like I said, that would never fly in America. You would never have a job again in anything. Even Walmart wouldn't take you as a worker.
Plague Seeker issue 1 is here. My newest comic book series. It's 80 pages of just the most beautiful, most over-the-top, fucking violent, raw action you'll ever see in a comic book. I swear to God. As I mentioned with Plague Seeker, I was heavily inspired by
the animation thing that they had for their trailer for it was pretty cool.
Berserk for this one. And every single page of this is just a masterpiece. The artist, Vampire Tranel, absolutely knocked it out of the park. Like, no matter where you go in here, it's like a beautiful piece that you'd want to hang on your wall. So issue 1 is here. You can find it at badegg.co. It's written by myself and Jackson, and the entire team put together something super special here. The artist is Vampire Tranel, extremely talented. The lettering is done by Dave Sharp. So yeah, definitely go pick up a copy at Plague Seeker. There'll be a link to it in the description, badegg.co. Also, it's more than just action, by the way. It's just, I think the action in issue 1 goes so fucking hog wild, like Insano style, that I can't help but mention it. Now, admittedly, I'm not super familiar with Superbike and the traditions when it comes to celebrations, but I still feel terrible for these podium girls here.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, all 3 of the dudes on stage there are showering just them in the champagne, and it doesn't seem like they like it. And even the announcer was like, oh my, that is very unkind. To the first guy who's just behind him super soaking them with the champagne, he's just sitting there using them like target practice.
Yeah,
for
dude, I saw that.
for some reason. Like, is that normal? Is that what they're there for? Just to be like a sponge for champagne? That sucks. But even if
It's a waste of champagne.
that is the role that they agreed to, they clearly did not agree to having someone go underneath and like violate them with
And
champagne.
coochie spray them.
That is very much crossing a line. That is not part of their contract, I imagine. The whole celebration is just weird from all 3 of them. So obviously the main guy who goes under her skirt, his name is Shane Byrne, or Shaky as they call him. But the other 2 guys as well, I don't really understand it. All of them targeted the 2 podium girls, when in every other celebration for every other sport, usually the champagne shower is towards the crowd or like each other or like their team. Not just like the 2 girls standing there at the podium. It just feels weird, but for some reason, all 3 of the dudes just come up and start like blasting them with champagne, like they had a grudge against them. It was like a hazing ritual or something. They were like fucking bullying them with the champagne. Maybe they were, bad blood between them or something, but it just seemed like brutal. Like it seemed like they had like a bone to pick with them. Now, after this started to make the rounds in 2021, Shaky did come forward to issue an apology in regards to the situation.
Wait, this is from 2021?
I'm aware of a video that's currently circulating on social media of myself in 2013 where I inappropriately
Wait, that video is 2013 and they're just now like...
sprayed a promotional lady with champagne on the podium. I'd like to say I deeply regret what I did that day and I'm truly sorry. I'd like to apologize.
I'm sure we all are, bud. I'm sure you are.
Not just to the lady, but to the other women on the podium that day, to all of my fans, and to anybody else that's been offended by my actions.
You weren't sorry for the last 2013. Like over 10 years.
I can only apologize, and I'm truly sorry.
Super short,
11 years.
super simple, just saying that he deeply regrets what he did, he apologizes for it, says sorry to all those affected, and is trying to close the book on all of it. I still can't quite wrap my head around how this celebration even crossed his mind as appropriate or some kind of good idea. Like, I understand getting lost in, like, excitement, right? Like, I've celebrated some super important achievements in my life, like checkmating XQC in 6 moves and then going on to win the entire chess tournament, which is where the entire throbbing celebration from me came from. But at no point was I ever so excited that all common sense and reasoning just went out the window. I understand celebrations that lead to injury far more than I understand this celebration that led to an enema. Like, Bill Grammatica celebrating like, yeah, and then blowing out his ACL, I get, like, you're fucking pumped, you jump and you hurt yourself. Unlucky. Or another football player, I remember, got like a sack, and then he jumped up in the air and stomped both feet down, and he like broke his leg doing it. Those I get.
What
like,
the
you're
fuck?
excited.
How do you break your leg by jumping and landing?
Let out a bunch of steam all at once, and then you end up just breaking your body.
Is it
from
because they tense
But
up
this,
when they hit the ground?
He was so excited that he just goes to like fucking Neanderthal brain. He's like, "Whoa!" and then like shoots champagne up her butthole. That shit just doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, I saw this today,
Holy
and I just had
shit.
to talk about it a little bit. That it has to be the worst celebration I've ever seen. Again, I feel horrible for the 2 podium ladies during this because this shit is cruel. This looks awful. Now, I do want to just mention again, Plague Seeker Issue 1 has been a passion project for about 2 years now, so to see Issue 1 finally be out there, I'm super excited for all of you to get your hands on it and get to read it. I'm also going to go ahead and drop the animation we had made for the initial release for issue 0, because I think that this animation just goes so fucking hard, and it also just sets the stage for
The
what
rest of
Plague
the
Seeker is
video,
about for any of you that are curious.
we've already seen it on the channel. We've already reacted to it, so I'm just gonna end it here. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll leave this video down in the description for you, and have a wonderful day, and thanks for coming by. Don't forget to leave a subscribe and a like. It helps the channel. Goodbye.